I've always been a bit of a night owl, so when my downstairs neighbor started banging on her ceiling, my floor, at 3 a.m. because I was pacing while on a Discord call, I figured I'd just lean into it and keep living my life. But last week, I might have taken it too far. My mom showed up unannounced at my door and I refused to let her in because I'd turned my apartment into a full-on nocturnal escape room for my online gaming crew. She's calling me an asshole for being too cagey, but I think I'm just protecting my vibe. AITA? I'm 27, single, and I've been working remote tech support for a VPN company for 3 years now. My sleep schedule's a mess, think 4 p.m. wake-ups and 8 a.m. bedtimes. My apartment's this tiny, 5th floor walk-up in a creaky old building with paper-thin walls and a view of a brick alley. It's not much, but it's mine. I've got blackout curtains duct taped to the windows, a mini fridge humming by my desk, and a nest of cables snaking across the floor from my dual-monitor setup. My friends call it the Bat Cave, and I love it. My gaming group, the Night Shift, is my real family, 5 of us scattered across time zones, bonded over late-night Valorant matches and shit-posting in our group chat, owl hours only. My mom, though? She's the opposite. She's a 58-year-old yoga instructor who wakes up at dawn, drinks kombucha like it's a religion, and thinks I'm wasting my youth because I don't own a juicer. She lives an hour away in the suburbs and usually texts me passive-aggressive memes about seeing sunlight or visiting your poor mother. We're not estranged or anything, but we're oil and water. She's all about spontaneous drop-ins, and I'm all about my routine. Last month, she showed up with a bag of kale and a lecture about my screen time, and I let her in because I didn't have the energy to argue. Big mistake, she rearranged my spice rack alphabetically and left a pamphlet for a digital detox retreat on my keyboard. So, about a week ago, the Night Shift decided to level up our usual gaming sesh. We'd been joking about how our teamwork was so good we could pull off a heist IRL, and someone, probably Jay in Seattle, suggested we make an escape room. Not one of those overpriced pop-ups downtown, but a DIY version in my apartment. I was all in. Over 3 nights, I turned my 600-square-foot place into a masterpiece. I rigged my smart lights to flicker Morse code clues, hid a USB drive with a fake ransomware note inside a hollowed-out thrift store book, and taped QR codes under my coffee table that linked to cursed memes as red herrings. The vibe was chaotic but perfect. Think Saw meets a Twitch stream gone wrong. We were testing it live on Friday night, mics on, everyone screaming over each other as they tried to escape my virtual prison via Zoom screen share. That's when my doorbell buzzed. It was 1 a.m. and I froze mid-sentence, my headset slipping off one ear. Yo, who's that? Priya from Toronto laughed. Your pizza guy lost or something? I peeked at my Ring camera app. There was Mom, standing in the hallway with a reusable Trader Joe's bag and that tight-lipped smile she gets when she's about to fix my life. I hissed into the mic, it's my mom. Unannounced. Again. The chat exploded with F in the chat and RIP your escape room, but I wasn't laughing. I hit the intercom and said, hey mom, now's not a good time. Can you come back tomorrow? Her voice crackled back, sharp as a yoga block to the face. What do you mean, not a good time? I drove all this way. Let me in, Ethan. Here's where it gets messy. I doubled down. Seriously, Mom, I'm in the middle of something. I'll call you later. She didn't budge. Ethan James, I raised you better than this. What are you hiding? Are you okay? I could hear the hurt in her voice, but I was already picturing her stepping on my carefully placed clue post-its or unplugging my router to declutter. I said, I'm fine, just busy. Please go. She stood there for a solid minute. I watched her on the camera, shifting her weight, clutching that bag like it was a lifeline. Then she snapped, you're being ridiculous. Too cagey for your own good, and stormed off. The Night Shift was silent for once until Jay muttered, bro, that was brutal. By morning, my phone was a war zone. Mom had texted me a novel. I don't know what's going on with you, but shutting me out like that hurt. I just wanted to bring you soup and check in. You're my son, not a stranger. My sister chimed in via group chat. Dude, you locked Mom out? She cried the whole drive home. Harsh. Even my dad, who usually stays out of it, sent a talk to your mother with no punctuation, which is his version of a guilt trip. I tried calling Mom Saturday afternoon, but she didn't pick up. Just send a we'll discuss this later. That's been haunting me since. The Night Shift thinks I'm a legend for holding the line, but I feel like garbage. I didn't mean to make her cry. I just wanted to keep my weird little world intact for one night. She's acting like I'm some hermit hoarding secrets. But I'm just a guy who likes his late-night chaos. I could have buzzed her in, sure. But then what? She'd judge the glow-in-the-dark tape on my walls or lecture me about real connections, while my friends waited on mute. Now my family's pissed. and I'm wondering if I overreacted. Reddit, I'm sitting here with my cold ramen, replaying that intercom moment. AITA for refusing to let her in? Okay, so picture this. I'm chilling in a retro arcade downtown, racking up a high score on Galaga when my buddy Jake decides it's the perfect moment to grill me about my paycheck. I shut it down fast, told him I don't vibe with money talk, and now he's sulking like I stole his last quarter. He's calling me secretive, and I'm wondering if I'm the jerk here. AITA? I'm 29, a freelance graphic designer who's somehow scraped together a decent living doing gig work, mostly logos for craft breweries and album covers for indie bands nobody's heard of. I've got this cozy little loft above a vintage record store, all exposed brick and mismatched thrift store furniture. My life's a weird mix of chaos and chill. I'll spend hours tweaking a vector file while blasting lo-fi beats, then blow half my earnings on vinyl or a late-night diner run. Money's fine, I'm not rolling in it, but I'm not broke either. I just don't like dissecting it. Never have. It's not shame or flexing, it just feels like opening a tab I'd rather keep closed. Jake's my oldest friend, met him in high school when we bonded over sneaking into LAN parties. He's 30 now, works some soul-crushing sales job at a car dealership and lives for the grind. He's got this loud laugh that echoes off walls, always wears polos 2 sizes too tight, and chugs Monster Energy like it's water. We're tight, but he's nosy as hell. Last month, he asked how much I dropped on my new monitor setup, and I dodged it with a dude enough to make my eyes happy. He let it slide then, but I could tell it bugged him. The arcade's our spot, neon lights buzzing, carpet sticky with decades of spilled soda, and a jukebox that only plays Springsteen on loop. We meet up every couple weeks to trash talk over Pac-Man or pool. It's this grungy little time capsule downtown, wedged between a vape shop and a tattoo parlor, and it's where I go to unplug. Last Thursday, I was deep in a Galaga run, fingers sweaty on the joystick, ships exploding in glorious 8-bit chaos, when Jake leaned over, mid-sip of his Mountain Dew, and goes, "Yo, Matt, real talk, how much you pulling in these days? Freelance gotta be killing it with all those hipster clients." I laughed it off at first, kept my eyes on the screen. Enough to keep the lights on, man. But he wouldn't drop it. Come on, don't be weird. What's the number? 6 figures yet? That's when I hit pause literally on the machine and turned to him. "Jake, I don't want to talk finances. It's not my thing." His face scrunched up like I'd just told him the arcade was closing forever. "What's that supposed to mean? We're boys, I tell you everything. I made $62K last year, commissions included. Your turn." I shrugged, popped a quarterback in the slot. "Good for you, dude. I'm still not spilling." He stepped back, arms crossed, and I could feel the vibe shift. "Wow, secretive much? What, you think I'm gonna judge you or something?" I fired back, "Nah, I just don't see the point. Can we play now?" He muttered whatever and grabbed his cue stick, but the night was toast after that. He barely spoke for the next hour, just smoked me at pool with this petty intensity, slamming balls into pockets like they owed him money. When we left, he hit me with, "Didn't peg you for the KG type, Matt. Kinda lame." I shot back, "Didn't peg you for a tax auditor, Jake," and he just smirked and peeled off in his Tacoma. Since then, it's been radio silence. No memes in our chat, no "You up for Street Fighter next week?" Just nothing. I checked Discord yesterday and he's been online, but he's dodging me. Meanwhile, my sister, who's team Jake for some reason, texted me, "He's just curious, you didn't have to ice him out." I'm rattled, honestly. Jake's the guy who'd help me move a couch at 2 a.m., no questions asked. But the salary thing? It's not his business. I don't ask him about his 401k or whatever, he volunteers it, sure, but I don't poke. Maybe it's because I'm freelance and he's obsessed with hustle culture, but I feel like he's turning this into some loyalty test. The arcade's my escape, not a confessional booth. Still, I keep replaying his secretive jab, and it stings. Did I overreact? Should I have just thrown out a vague number to keep the peace? Now I'm sitting here, sketching a logo for some IPA called Happy Endings, wondering if I torched a friendship over a dumb boundary. Reddit, tell me straight, AITA for telling him I didn't want to discuss my finances? So, here's the deal, I'm living in a converted warehouse with my roommate, and last week I slapped a padlock on my bedroom door because he keeps borrowing my stuff, like my vintage Polaroid camera, without asking. Now he's pissed, saying I don't trust her, yeah, her, she's a girl, and I'm starting to wonder if I went too far. AITA? I'm 24, a barista by day and an amateur photographer by whenever I am not dead tired. My spot's this massive, drafty warehouse turned loft on the edge of town. Think concrete floors, exposed pipes, and a vibe somewhere between industrial chic and did someone abandon this place? It's split into 2 rooms by a flimsy drywall partition I helped the landlord throw up last year. I've got one side, a mattress on a pallet frame, a desk cluttered with film canisters, and a beat-up beanbag I scored off Craigslist. My roommate Lila has the other half. She's 26, a tattoo artist with a buzz cut and a wardrobe that's 90% band tees. She's got this infectious cackle and a habit of doodling on takeout boxes, which is cool except when she's rating my shit. We've been roommates for 8 months ever since I answered her Seeking Chill Human to Split Rent ad on a local art collective's Facebook page. It's mostly good. She blasts punk rock while she sketches. I brew us coffee strong enough to wake the dead, and we've got a running bit where we rate delivery drivers' vibes out of 10. But Lila's got this thing about boundaries or lack thereof. First, it was small. She'd snag my oat milk for her cereal, no biggie. Then she started testing my camera, snapping blurry pics of her cat, moshpit, and leaving the film out to overexpose. Last month, I came home to find her sprawled on my beanbag, editing pics on my laptop because hers crapped out. I'd grumble, she'd grin and say, "We're basically siblings now, relax," and I'd let it slide. But 2 weeks ago, she crossed a line. I'd been saving up for this rare Polaroid SX, $200, mint condition, a holy grail for me. It showed up in a padded envelope from some eBay seller in Ohio, and I spent a whole night fiddling with it, snapping shots of the warehouse's rusty skylights. I left it on my desk, locked in its case, and crashed. Next morning, I'm pouring coffee when Lila strolls out, SX70 in hand, clicking away at moshpit chasing a laser pointer. "Dude, this thing's dope," she says, like it's hers. I snatched it back, heart pounding, and checked it, lens fine, but she'd burned through half my film pack. "Those cartridges aren't cheap, $20 for 8 shots. I snapped, "Lila, stop touching my stuff." "Seriously?" She rolled her eyes. "It's just a camera, Nate. Chill." That's when I bought the lock. It's this chunky padlock from the hardware store, looped through a hasp I screwed into my door frame. Nothing fancy, but it screams keep out. I didn't tell her, just installed it Saturday while she was at a tattoo convention. When she got back, lugging her gear bag, she tried barging in to show me some flash art and bam, door wouldn't budge. She jiggled the handle, then yelled through the wall, "What the hell, Nate? You locked me out." I cracked the door, leaned out, and said, "Yeah, 'cause you keep taking my shit." Her face went from confused to pissed in 2.5 seconds. "So you don't trust me? That's what this is?" I shrugged. "It's not personal. I just want my space." She threw her hands up. "Space? We live in a damn shoebox. This is petty as fuck." Since then, it's been a cold war. She stopped talking to me, no more coffee chats, no vibe checks on the pizza guy. She stomps around her side, blasting Descendants so loud my mugs rattle, and leaves passive-aggressive notes like, "Borrowed your salt. Hope that's okay, Warden." Yesterday, I caught her muttering to moshpit, "Guess we're the bad guys now, huh?" And it hit me, she's genuinely hurt. Our mutual friend Dex, who's apprenticing at her shop, texted me, "Bro, Lila's bummed. She thinks you see her as a thief. Lock's a bit much, no?" I shot back, "She's the one who doesn't respect boundaries, but now I'm second-guessing. I get it, she's messy, not malicious. Maybe I could have just yelled more instead of going full Fort Knox. But that camera's not just a thing, it's my art, my escape, and she treated it like a toy. Still, the locks turned our weird little home into a battleground, and I miss her dumb laugh. I'm staring at it now, this clunky metal thing on my door, wondering if I'm the asshole for needing it. Reddit, help me out. AITA for putting a lock on my room to keep her out? So, I'm at this pop-up roller rink last night, gliding around with a girl I've been seeing when she grabs my phone off the bench to scroll through pics of my dog. I snag it back and say, "Hey, please don't touch it," and now she's mad, accusing me of hiding something sketchy. She's barely texting me back today, and I'm wondering if I'm the jerk here. AITA? I'm 25, a bike mechanic who spends most of my time elbow-deep in grease at a shop downtown. I live in a cramped studio with my mutt, Rusty, a scruffy terrier mix who's obsessed with chasing his own tail. My life's pretty simple, fix bikes, walk Rusty, maybe hit up a dive bar with my buddies. I'm not big on social media, my phone's mostly dog pics, work texts, and a cracked screen I've been too lazy to fix. I've been seeing this girl, Tara, for about a month. She's 23, a barista with a nose ring and a laugh that sounds like a car backfiring, loud, but kinda charming. We met when she brought her busted chain into the shop, and we've been hanging out since, coffee runs, a movie, that sort of thing. The roller rink was her idea. It's this temporary setup in an old parking lot, string lights dangling from poles, a DJ spinning ABBA remixes, and a vibe that's equal parts nostalgic and chaotic. I hadn't skated since I was a kid, but Tara's a pro. She's zipping around in these neon leg warmers, dragging me along while I wobble like a newborn deer. We're having a blast, laughing at my near wipeouts, and I'm feeling good, like maybe this could be a thing. During a break, I plop on a bench to catch my breath and she flops next to me, sipping a slushie. My phone's sitting there, buzzing with a text from my buddy about fantasy football. She spots it, grins, and says, "Ooh, let's see Rusty's latest photo shoot." Before I can blink, she's got it in her hands, thumb hovering over the screen. I don't know why, but I panic. Whoa, hold up, don't touch my phone, okay? I grab it back, probably too fast, and shove it in my pocket. Her grin fades. "What's that about?" she asks, voice sharp. I shrug, trying to play it cool. "Just don't like people messing with it." "No big deal." She squints at me, sets her slushie down hard enough to slosh blue syrup on the bench. "Seriously? I just wanted to see your dog. What are you hiding, some secret girlfriend or something?" I laugh, but it comes out wrong, all nervous. "Nah, it's not that. It's my stuff, you know." She stands up, arms crossed. "Yeah, well, it feels like you don't trust me." "That's weird, Liam." Then she skates off, leaving me sitting there like an idiot with my laces half-tied. The rest of the night sucked. She stayed on the rink, doing spins with some random dude while I nursed a Coke and scrolled X to avoid looking pathetic. We barely talked after, just a stiff see ya when she grabbed her bag and left. Today, I texted her a pic of Rusty chewing a sock, hoping to smooth things over, but all I got was a cute with no emoji. Brutal. My sister says I'm overreacting, that Tara was just being playful, but my buddy Mike's on my side, says phones are sacred like a diary with a data plan. I'm not hiding anything, no shady DMs, no ex-drama. It's just, my phone's mine. The pics, the dumb memes, the random notes I jot down, it's personal. But now I'm replaying her hurt look, wondering if I made it a bigger deal than it needed to be. I'm sprawled on my couch now, Rusty snoring on my chest, staring at that cracked screen. Maybe I could have let her scroll, kept the vibe light. But it's not about secrets, it's about that gut twitch I get when someone's in my space. She's acting like I'm some shady creep and it's got me second-guessing. Reddit, I need your take. AITA for asking her not to touch my phone, even just for photos? So, I'm at this work party in a karaoke lounge last weekend, trying to enjoy my cheap beer, when my coworker corners me by the mic stand and starts digging into my love life like it's a job interview. I dodge her questions. Politely, I think. And now she's telling everyone I'm cold and standoffish. I just wanted to sing Sweet Caroline in peace, but apparently, I'm the bad guy. AITA? I'm 31. A copywriter at a mid-sized ad agency where I've been grinding for 2 years. My days are spent churning out slogans for toothpaste and car insurance, hunched over a laptop in a cubicle that smells like burnt coffee and regret. I'm not a social butterfly, more of a nod and keep it moving type. After hours, I'm either at home binging true crime podcasts or tinkering with my guitar in my one-bedroom apartment, which is mostly plants and takeout containers. Work parties aren't my scene, but this one was mandatory. Our boss rented out a karaoke lounge to boost morale after a brutal Q1. The lounge is this dim, sticky-floored joint downtown. Red velvet booths, a disco ball spinning lazily, and a sound system that crackles like it's on its last legs. My coworkers are a mixed bag. There's Greg, the graphic designer who brought his vape pen, and Priya, the account manager who's already 3 martinis deep. Then there's Sasha, 28, the social media strategist who's been at the agency 6 months. She's loud, wears glitter eyeliner, quotes TikTok trends in meetings, and has this habit of twirling her hair when she talks. She's nice enough, but she's got zero chill. Last week, she asked me in the break room if I'd ever tried a juice cleanse. I said nah and bolted. At the party, I'm keeping it low-key, sipping a Coors Light, scrolling X on my phone, waiting for my turn at the mic. Sasha plops down next to me, her sequin top catching the light like a human strobe. "Hey, Ryan, you're so quiet tonight," she chirps, leaning in too close. I nod, mutter something about the beer being flat. Then she dives in. "So, are you seeing anyone? You never talk about your life, like are you on Hinge? Tinder? Spill." I freeze, bottle halfway to my mouth. I don't really get into that," I say, shifting away. She doesn't stop. Oh, come on. You're single, right? Any exes? Gimme the tea. Her voice is loud enough that Greg glances over, smirking. I set my beer down, force a half smile. Sasha, I'm good. Not up for sharing. She blinks, tilts her head. What, like, at all? It's just us. Loosen up. I shake my head. Not my thing. Let's talk about, I dunno, the campaign. She laughs, but it's sharp. Wow, okay, Mr. Mysterious. Didn't peg you for the cold type. Then she's up, flouncing off to the mic to belt out WAP with Priya, leaving me staring at my shoelaces. I sang my song later, nailed the ba-ba-ba part if I do say so myself, but the night felt off after that. Monday rolls around, and the office is buzzing. Sasha's apparently been venting to anyone who'll listen. Says I shut her down, and acted like she's a stranger. Greg claps me on the shoulder, grinning. Dude, you iced her out, savage. Priya pulls me aside, says, she's just friendly. You know? Maybe lighten up. I shrug it off, but it's sticking with me. I wasn't trying to be a dick. I just don't vibe with personal Q&A sessions. My dating life's a mess anyway. A string of ghosted texts and a breakup last year I'm still chewing over. But that's mine, not party fodder. Sasha's acting like I insulted her grandma, and now I'm the office hermit. I'm home now, strumming chords, wondering if I should have tossed her a vague, yeah, I'm single to keep the peace. Maybe I came off harsher than I meant. But I'm not here to bare my soul over karaoke. Work's work, not a therapy sesh. Still, her cold comments gnawing at me, and I'm questioning if I overdid it. Reddit, hit me with it. AITA for refusing to answer her personal questions at the party?